Yes, hello, it is I, Danhausen here. That's right, the Danhausen. Very nice, very evil. Love that Danhausen, so on and so forth.
Hey, this is Colt Cabana, professional wrestler and former professional podcaster.
This is the artist formerly known as Fandango, a.k.a. Dirty Dango, a.k.a. Captain Midnight.
This is former WWE superstar and the greatest European champ of all time, D'Lo Brown here.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle.
Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet.
This is the king of NXT, Lexus. King?
Bro, it's Vince Russo.
What's the name of your thing?
The Fig Cave.
Tune into the Fig Cave.
You are listening to the Fig Cave Podcast.
I love listening to the Fig Cave podcast.
And you're listening to the Fig Cave Podcast.
And you are listening to a podcast right now. It's the Fig Cave.
And this is the Fig Cave.
And you're listening to the Fig Cave Podcast.
You are listening to the Fig Cave Podcast.
With my boys Phil, Tommy, and Nick. And if you're not listening, then you better recognize.
The Fig Cave Podcast, the best podcast out there today. We are the podcast with the most stuff. We have the podcast that's the most buff. And we are the podcast, if you listen to us long enough, you won't be able to get enough.
God bless America. Buy action figures. I hate pro wrestling.
Not your cursed.
Got it, bro? Good.
Hey, what do you say? I haven't busted that out in a long time. But Philip got stuck at dinner, so he is not with us just yet. Hopefully he'll be joining in later, but we got a pretty big episode for you guys tonight. We got two special guests joining us here in just a couple seconds. But first I have to introduce my only co-host of the night right now so far, Nikki Choke. What's up, man?
My man, what's up, dude? How's everything?
It's kind of weird sometimes being back in the driver's seat when Phil decides to no-show. He's got to know we're just going to trash him the whole time until he shows up.
Yeah, for just being a piece of garbage in general.
Yeah.
All the racist stuff that he says in our private chats. It's like it's inappropriate. Like
and nobody even voted for his Mount Rushmore last week. He didn't get one single vote for his 4 picks for MLB hats, best MLB hats. I got 75% of the vote. We knew that was going to happen. You got 25. He got 0.
Guys, I'm voting 0%. With my heart. And if y'all think my heart is wrong, I don't care.
I'm wearing one of my picks.
Yeah, I'm not
right
here.
now.
I'm not here to just solicit votes, guys. I don't sing Kid Rock. I don't sing Picture at karaoke just to get the crowd, you know.
The Fig Cave Podcast brought to you by Ringside Collectibles. Let's just get right to it, man. This week was a big week for two of our guests that are joining us right now. We got Bulletproof Studios and RetroRemix3d. They are the masterminds behind these bad boys right here. The Champions Ice Cream Bars, 4 different versions of the Macho Man or Macho King. They are available. Well, 2 of the 4 are available right now. They went on sale July 1st. 80s Macho Man and Macho King are sold out, brother. You're screwed if you waited. What's up, guys?
What's up? Well, let me make a correction. We only have 3 of the NWO Macho Man left. That's it.
And that's it. And once they're gone, they're gone.
For now, we were gonna run a pre-order.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Smart.
That's awesome.
Smart.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Absolutely. And Tony, or RetroRemix3d. Sorry, I didn't know if you want to use your legal name or your shoot name or.
It's all good. It's all good.
You've been doing these for a little while, right?
Yeah, since January.
What was it like when you heard when High Spots got in touch with you saying, "Hey, we want you to print up a bunch of these Bret Harts and have them get signed"?
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I sent one away to Canada to get signed by Bret just because he's my favorite wrestler, and I was already working with Bulletproof on the Macho Man ones, but we hadn't announced anything yet. But I posted online in the major group just showing off my autographed ice cream bar because he was the first one that I got signed. And somebody from High Spots reached out, and I ended up sending them 10, and they sold out immediately. And I did overnight them 10 more to get there in time for the signing. It was really, really cool.
Nice.
And between that happening and then we announced the Macho Man bars like a week or 2 later, like everything's blown up really quick. It's pretty crazy.
This might be an inside baseball question, but any do they give you any guff about like it not being licensed or anything like that, or were they just like Just
No, they were the ones that asked me for it, and I did tell them. I said if Brett or anybody that sees any of my stuff isn't super happy that I'm using their likeness, I'm always happy to send them plenty of product for free as kind of like a thank you for letting me use your picture on the side of a print sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then that's the beauty with the Macho Man ones is that they're officially licensed, so nobody can come at us for those.
Right, absolutely.
Would you ever think you'd be making officially licensed Macho Man?
Absolutely not.
That's awesome.
Yeah, crazy,
That's awesome.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, this is an old hat for Sean, but for me, this is all new. It's wild.
Yeah, Bulletproof. Sean, you've been making Macho Man stuff for a little while. You made the crown, the Macho King crown.
Yep.
And that's it for right now, right? Just the Macho Man crown and the ice cream bars.
The scepter, right?
We also did the scepter.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, here he is.
There he is.
What up? Sorry,
Your
my kid.
handsomest host of the Fig Game.
Yes, finally, you put a little class into this show here. What's going on, guys?
Biggest Macho Man fan out of the three of us decides to,
yes, gosh,
lollygag in here.
My kid did not want to get to sleep. I'm sorry.
That's what melatonin's for, a Benadryl. But
or bourbon.
So, Sean, Macho Man, your favorite of all time. Is that why you decided to go with the crown? What was the? We'll start, I guess, there with the crown. Like, what was the thought process behind getting the crown done, having it made up, and throwing it up for sale?
So years ago, so Bulletproof is like a costume design prop fabrication studio. Really started off just like I was building cosplays that like I enjoyed. Big Power Rangers fan. I did Lord Zed. I did Skeletor, Two-Face from Batman, but obviously Undertaker and Macho Man are my two top guys. And I was doing a bunch of different Macho Man cosplays, just making random, as long as I had sequins and tassels, it kind of like was okay by me. Started getting a lot of attention, and then I was noticing like a lot of people cosplay as Macho Man. I haven't seen a Macho King yet. This is like 2013 or so. So I made a crown out of foam, and it's really rough compared to what we have now. But it's kind of the humble beginnings of where we started, and then it kind of just like people started messaging me like, "Do you make these? Do you sell these?" So I was making just like little cheap little foam ones for like a while, and then I was like, I don't want to keep doing this without like doing it right. So I have years of research trying to figure out who has the license for him, and I was like messaging WWE, messaging like all different kinds, like trying to get some kind of response. Finally, landed it 2 years ago, and so the first thing was, my Instagram. I'd open my Instagram every day and just be like, so many messages of like, "Are you going to sell the crowns? Are you going to sell crowns?" So I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're going to start this, and got the deal with them. And at first, I don't have the capital to manufacture at the scale that I wanted to. So we did the first run as a Kickstarter, and I just had a simple like 25 orders to meet my goal, and then we can basically go from there. And I met that goal within 2 days of launching the Kickstarter. And so
that's awesome.
We did that. We've done two or three other pre-order batches since then. I'm working on a batch right now, and I'm going to release another pre-order probably in August. And so that did so well. Then I was like, well, let's do the scepter to match. And then, so I have the license for a couple of years. So I'm constantly, coming up, thinking of like product of like, what else can we do? And then I saw Tony post in the Major Pod his ice cream bar, and then a light bulb went off. I'm like, I got to message this dude.
Nice. Phil, you got anything? We just got started right before you jumped in. So
cool.
While you're asking a question, I'm gonna actually open my ice cream bar because I have not done that yet.
Nice.
So. And thank you guys for sending these over to us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I'm so glad they sold out so quick. You can probably tell us the final numbers. I don't know if you went over that already, but I know you had like a handful left. Are they all gone now?
We got 3 Madness Macho ones left.
Wow, that's awesome. What's the plan going forward? Are we going to see another round of these? Are you guys going to expand to some more licensed, some other legends? non-wrestling? What's the future for this? Because I think obviously everyone I show it to, everyone who sees it in the Facebook groups and social media, they're it's nothing but positive. People have the nostalgia for it. What's the future going after this?
So we're gonna run a pre-order for another batch of Macho Man. They'll probably go up live tomorrow on our website, and yeah, we definitely want to, because this did so well and the reaction has been nothing but fantastic. Our goal is to keep this going. Sign some talent. Hopefully do series 1, 2, 3, 4. However far we can take this.
So I just finished opening mine. It's more impressive in person than I think like the pictures do it justice. I'm not just saying that because you guys are on the pod either. Like the detail on them and like just the way they look, they're the perfect like display piece. Like they really are amazing. Great work.
Yeah, and if you're to get multiple, like it's not. I mean, I collect Ultimates, so they're obnoxious boxes that take up way too much room. So this is something that you can have a whole shelf with, or you could put them like, you can put your Macho Man with your Macho Man and the other guys with the other guys. Like, but I just want everybody to see this part. Like, I know it's other influencers, other people in the toy world have posted this box, but it to open up the shipping box and to get the very nostalgic maybe if ice cream bar, it's bigger than that, but is just awesome. It's very cool. Like it's it really added to it. It really added to it. Like there's this is a box, but it's absolutely staying with the entire display for me. So
yeah, did you design that too, Tony? Or
No, so I was the kind of the brains behind the initial ice cream bar in the stand. But it's not just like he had a license and he slapped his license on my product at all. Like it's definitely been a 50-50 tag team partnership. He was all the baseball card in the box. That was all him, and we've collaborated on every single piece. Like it's very cool to find somebody who I didn't know from anybody and then go into a project like this for the last 6 months, and we're on the same page with all of it. It's great. But yeah, the box is all him.
Who's your dream signing? If you could sign one guy to get these done with, or even just to make props for, or of, I should say, like who would be? I know you alluded to Undertaker. Did you make an Undertaker like the Phantom of the Opera mask?
Yeah.
Did you do that? Yeah. Okay. I thought when you said Undertaker, it like kind of clicked, and I was like, yeah, that sounds absolutely familiar. But could we get an Undertaker urn? Maybe could we get? Cool. What would be your dream? Your dream to sign? Either one of you can go first. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll defer to him.
I mean, Taker would be mine. Yeah.
Yeah, mine is Bret. Obviously, Bret Hart is my favorite, and having him sign the ice cream bar and then doing the live stream of high spots and making jokes about the ice creams was super cool. But I've told anybody who listened that my two favorites are Macho Man and Bret, so it's surreal that it's happening like this. Like I would be happy if it was Hardcore Holly and Al Snow selling and doing well, but the fact that it's Bret and Macho is just crazy.
So cool.
I'd buy a Crash Holly one.
Exactly.
Crash Holly gets no love in the wrestling community for some reason.
Crash Holly.
I agree with that. Yeah.
What do you guys collect? Did you already talk about this? What do you guys collect like outside of I guess it can include wrestling too, but like what do you, I'm sure you guys are collectors. What do you have as far as in your collections?
So I have
okay.
Go ahead, Tony.
Mostly just I have like two shelves, and one's Macho Man and one's Bret. Other than that, I have like a full size Star Wars arcade cabinet, and I have like a full size BB-8. But yeah, when I first started printing, it was mainly just doing like Marvel helmets and Star Wars stuff, and then I made the one Macho Man ice cream bar, and now it's been all wrestling all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, I do. I collect obviously wrestling, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, He-Man.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Some Nintendo stuff and Star Wars.
Man, the He-Man stuff, I was into that for a while, and then it just got there. I mean, it's kind of wrestling's kind of the same right now. It's just there's so much to collect. Yeah. And there was like the Super 7 Ultimates, and then there was like the Mattel came out with the re-releases, and it was just, I mean, Ninja Turtles kind of ended up being the same thing, but it was like just so much stuff, so much nostalgia too.
Yeah, I got out of Ninja Turtles a while ago because it was just becoming too much. So like, if I see a certain thing from like the movie or the cartoon or like they did the Turtles in Time ones, I got all those because I'm like, I played that game religiously when I was a kid. Yeah.
I kept my Casey Jones mask, and then there was like a GameStop exclusive 4-pack of the 89 figures of just the 4 turtles, and I just kept those 2, and that's it. But just because like the NECA stuff just got out of control, like just way too much. They're making characters I don't remember and stuff like that. I felt like I had to have all of it. Yeah, exactly. But,
I had when they came back out with the Masters, I had those in my like physical shopping cart at Walmart so many times, and like talking to myself like, you don't need these. Just buy He-Man and Skeletor because because you didn't have them intact when you're little. Like He-Man, Skeletor, and Battle Cat, and Panther. That's it. But,
have you guys seen my Skeletor cosplay?
I haven't.
No.
Yeah, on the website. Yeah, I've gone through
it's on the page. Yeah. So I've actually worked a couple of gigs with Mattel as Skeletor.
Nice. Oh, really?
So, yeah, we've done I went to New York City a couple times, and like we did a bunch of like social media stuff, and then I did Heidi Klum's Halloween party last year.
Oh shit!
Oh wow!
Oh god,
that's Skeletor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who'd you meet at that? I'm sure there's all kinds of celebrities.
Well, it's hard because I can't really see out of it, so I was probably shaking hands with so many people couldn't really tell who they were.
You're up in Rhode Island, right?
Yeah.
Where in Rhode Island are you?
I'm in West Warwick.
Okay, I don't know where that is.
Okay,
my family's from like Bristol area.
Oh, okay.
On the water.
Our last car came from Bald Hill.
Bald Hill?
Yes. No. Bald Hill Dodge. My last car came from. So.
Yeah, you're right down the street from me and Nikki.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you guys continued success, man. We'll continue to promote it and do whatever we can.
Hold up. We have a big announcement.
Oh, we do.
God.
Nice. I jumped the gun.
Yeah. So exclusive to this, and this is all thanks to Tony, but thanks to him. If you are a Patreon and you've been a Patreon, I guess it's now 18 months. This is the 18-month gift. We're doing Fig Cave ice cream bars.
Dude, that looks so cool.
We're working on those. Tony's got one in his hand there, and then he sent this video over today. Look at those. So if there's only like 6 of you getting these. So
dude, rare boys.
Yep, you could still sign up and become a Patreon. $10.
Yeah, get those numbers up, man.
That's right. Main event tier gets those. If you've been, because it goes 6, 12, 18. So 18. If you've been a main event tier for 18 months, you're getting those. So there's a few people behind you guys, but I think the 6 probably know who they are.
Yeah.
But can't wait to see those and have those in hand. Of course, me and Nick and Phil are getting them. But
of course, yeah.
Of course, got to have one for ourselves.
Yeah,
I hope this shows with their Patreon that we're not pocketing $1, guys.
No, we're not making any money.
We're buying gifts for the group. We're buying whatever.
Right, man.
We
but
perks back to the group and sponsor wrestling
and Tony, people can order directly from you, right? If they have a special request or.
Yeah, I was just literally talking to Sean about this. Since we're doing the official bars, I might change how I'm doing things a little bit. But if they want to hit me up through the Instagram or through I have an Etsy page, it might change a little bit. But if somebody wants a custom of their cousin Bob, or if they want somebody who wasn't on an actual ice cream bar back in the day, like Sting or something like that, I'd be willing to do that. On the side, kind of as like a fun fan art thing.
Cool.
But mainly we're full speed ahead on the official ones. We're talking about ones we want to sign. I know on the major pod, Cardona kind of let the cat out of the bag that we're talking to him a little bit, so that might be a possibility.
I think everybody in the world knew that Cardona was going to.
I was going to say that's weird, man. He wants one. That's weird.
No brainer.
Yeah.
Which means Myers will want one, and then Smart Mark, and then Swoggle, and you probably make a Joe Shoes one.
Well, he did. You did the crown with Matt already, right? You did the.
Yeah, I made Matt's DNA match. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought it would be cool to do a whole set of major pods. Like he even said on the podcast that they should do a whole set and have them all regular size and have a Hornswoggle one that's half size.
Oh, that would be cool.
Kids bar? Yeah.
Right.
He won't be mad about that at all. He's not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can I just get like all like the '80s jobbers? Like we have to find
artwork.
Like Brawler, Horowitz.
Knuckleball shorts.
Man.
Yeah,
that would look cool.
Yeah, thank you guys for taking some time. Oh, Phil, do you want to ask the last question?
Oh yeah, we always do it for our guests, but we should do it for you guys because you are guests, obviously. If you had one last meal, you're on death row, you could eat whatever you wanted. What would your last meal be?
Ooh.
I'm a Maryland guy like you. Have you been to a Raw in Baltimore in Inner Harbor?
Which one?
Raw sushi?
RAR?
Yeah,
No.
all right. No.
Oh no.
Yeah, Raw Sushi in Baltimore. We moved to Texas recently, but that was our go-to sushi spot in the city. That place is awesome.
Okay, nice. Any specific order or just everything off the menu?
The fried calamari and the crunchy calamari roll.
Oh man, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would do a pan-seared ribeye, medium rare, with a glass of Angel's Envy on the rocks.
Oh man, okay.
Classy.
Real classy.
Sounds good,
You just
man.
Classed me out of the conversation, I think. Although I'd still go ribeye, but
yeah. Best.
Thank you guys for joining us, man. We're excited to see what's next from you guys, and we'll be fans and big supporters of you going forward for sure because you guys are doing it the right way.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much for the gifts, man.
We really appreciate
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
And keep an eye on bulletproof-studios.com for another pre-order, right?
Yep.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Nice.
Thanks.
I hope those last 3 sell by the weekend.
Yeah, they'll sell. Well, they'll sell by the time we get off here, I'm sure. I might buy them.
I appreciate you guys having us.
No problem,
again,
boys.
guys.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Take it easy.
All right, Phil. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. What's the name of this show?
It's the Run-In podcast tonight.
Okay.
See?
Yeah. That's what Rochelle said.
Yes, Rochelle. She gets confused, dude.
I'm having trouble.
What's up, dude?
Not much. I'm having a fucking day. That's for sure. Having a fucking day. Now my kid wants to listen to the box fan sound to fall asleep, and I can't log into Spotify. Randomly signing me out, and I don't remember if I logged in with Google or Facebook or Apple or email. So I'm trying every email I have and every password.
Oh, I got put on the spot 3 times where people were waiting for me to log into something, like on a Zoom call.
Dude, it's the pressure. I can't.
I have the campus is the college campus I'm working on is the kids are going to be able to use their Apple. I don't know if I talked about the Google Pay or Apple Pay and Google Wallet.
Yeah.
To swipe at a card reader, go right up to it, and go and they're in. So I have to do all this extra programming to kind of figure we get one step further every day into the programming, all the different elements you have to use, all the retro programming you have to do. But yeah, I'm just they were like, okay, Nick, can you go ahead and log in again? I'm like, yeah, hold on. What's my phone number? What street did I grow up on? Hold on.
Give me a second. Yeah.
What's my mom's maiden name? Phil, before you came on, we were talking about we threw a couple polls onto Patreon. So I just want you to hear the numbers. Last week, who won last week? Mount Rushmore. I got 75% of the vote. Nick got 25%, which means you got 0%.
What?
And then,
wait, you only put the poll on Patreon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
It's a benefit. The other poll was, could you beat Phil's father-in-law bowling blindfolded? This surprised me. 40% said no, I'm worse.
Wow. Wait, you got 15. You got a 15.
Yeah. And 40% of the people said that they were worse.
Wow.
And then I kind of like doing these polls on Patreon.
I do too. Yeah.
The other one was, as discussed, is it okay to wear another team's baseball hat? 65% said yes. Michael LaPuma and the other 35% said no.
I think it's the only sport that you can do it. I think.
Yeah, that's what I said last week.
Yeah,
it was way closer than I thought it was going to be as far as the vote.
Andrew RDL also said no, it's not okay. I mean, like we said, as long as it's not a rival team, who cares?
I think for some reason baseball feels like it should be okay. I feel like it's weird. Like you said, you couldn't wear a Dolphins. I couldn't wear a Steelers hat. That's
I would never get.
I honestly I'll never. Well, this is being recorded. I guess I've been admitting it forever, but for all the people that save our episodes. But when we were in LA for Mania 39, when me and you went, Tom.
Yeah.
When I was at Dodger Stadium, I was just like, I would almost buy a hat. I would almost, but then something stops you because it's they're my rivals. you know, same as Yankee Stadium. It's like, you know, I just like the Sox more than I like the Yankees over the years.
Hell
But
yeah,
you're
you
just
do.
there, and it's like I just feel like I need something from here.
No, I don't feel that way at Yankee Stadium. Actually, so let me not a hat anyway, but like me and Lo are trying to do as many ballparks as we can, and every stadium we go to, he gets a ball from like that for that
Yeah.
team. And like he would get a Yankee ball, but we wouldn't get. I would not buy a Yankee hat.
It is a better stadium than Fenway. Fenway's a piece of shit.
100%, dude. The new one too. I was like, there's a lot of Yankee fans that don't like the new one, but I went to the new. Me and him and Heather went to the new one. Like he was like 6 or 7, maybe even 8, but like he doesn't remember it. So, but I said when we were there, I was like, this makes me want a new Fenway Park. I hate Fenway.
Yeah,
it's like the first 10 minutes you're there, it's great. The nostalgia, like walking up the street, the smell of the sausage, peppers, onions, all that stuff. And then you get in there and you're in your fucking wood seat and your ass is killing you, and you got some
your
fat
head's
fuck
turned
next
like
to
this
you.
the whole game because
Yeah,
he's
and it's just
it's fun to visit, but I couldn't imagine it being my home stadium.
no.
man.
And then the
No.
right field concourse is like
No.
cramped like a mother. Like it's time. And they
yeah, I did one of those Spartan runs through there.
Yeah,
that sucked. I was like, I hate the stadium forever.
and they just got like a $20 million grant to do more construction to it, so it's not going anywhere, unfortunately.
Dude, if you want to go to Yankee Stadium this year, if there's a game to go to,
yeah, we'll make that
we'll
work
hop on
for
the train,
sure,
man.
for sure.
I'll be down
Dude,
with
you
that.
hop on the
Orioles
Yankee
game.
Clipper, it brings you right to the stadium. It's awesome, right
Yeah.
right out of West Haven, dude.
Yep.
So,
you want to talk about some news?
Yeah, as soon as I figure out the spot, I'm.
Oh my god!
so
this is
we'll start the
ridiculous.
news. Tom and I will. We got by the way, Shop AEW and Pro Wrestling Tees both have their sales going on this weekend. The MJF Unrivaled is not included.
We didn't. Usually, we get an email saying like, "Hey, we're about to have a sale. Throw this on your Instagram." Where do you
I
get
just got it a couple hours ago.
one? That means you can buy a shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com for a Fig Cave shirt if you're interested. We haven't sold one from ProWrestlingTees.com yet. ProWrestlingTees.com/Fig Cave. Phil did say he would give away a figure to whoever was the first one to buy a shirt. We've given away a couple from ProWrestlingTees.com, but we have not sold one on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Maybe I will.
So,
Maybe I'll do it this weekend.
yeah, maybe each of us should do it at the same time. So Phil has to buy a figure.
Yep, or each a basic.
Phil just left us again, guys.
This guy
Man.
does not care about. He just
fucking let your kid fall asleep with nothing. Tell him to man up. Nash,
Marley's
sack
too,
up.
dude. Marley's too. We don't even. We just said go in the crib, and she's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll last forever, guys.
Anyway, I guess we'll start talking about some news without Phil.
All right, brother.
Here we go. So there were some reveals this week. I didn't go nuts with the reveals because it's a lot of stuff that we've seen or knew that was coming.
We knew about. Yeah.
I am excited for this Honky Tonk Man Ultimate Warrior Coliseum Collection 2-pack.
Yeah, I gotta grab a bubble and get it pre-signed at somebody at WrestleCon.
At WrestleCon
if I don't go.
I might have them for you. Actually,
Oh no, I got a bunch of empty bubbles. I just gotta
But the Warrior Man, perfect. The Honky Tonk Man looks good. I'm gonna get rid of my Honky Tonk Man Elite, and I will swap it out for this. The Ultimate Warrior comes with that merch shirt, that orange merch shirt from the 80s.
Oh yeah.
I think I brought this up when we first saw the pictures. How do you feel? They've done this a couple times now. And he comes with that banner, like the WWE shop, like or WWF shop back in the day, tapestry banner.
Yeah,
it's black and white.
It's not chalk line, but it's very reminiscent.
Yeah,
of chalk line, yeah.
So like
it's Zubaz and chalk line, like had this kid as a banner.
Yeah, they've done this before, and I can't remember what recently came out where it was like a piece of merch like this that they had nothing to do with, came with the figure, and it's just kind of oh, it's the foam fingers for Jay.
No, I like the
Foam
added
hands.
value of it. Yeah, no.
The shirt I get because like he did wear like, you know, in the merchandise catalog he's got that shirt on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. The added value. If you're doing figure photography, like you can throw that in with your crowd, right? I get it.
Dude, even if somebody was like, I'm gonna remake the magazine catalog.
Yeah. Actually, that's a really good idea.
Yeah. Oh, figure recreating. Get on that.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Thomas. I hung out with Tommy this weekend. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But then we also saw these new Ultimates: Bailey, Logan Paul, and CM
Bunker.
Punk in his Bret Hart gear. This is
Mhm.
this is Ultimate Edition. What Ultimate Edition number is this? 28.
Oh, geez.
I believe so. I'm
I
trying to go
think
to
so.
Ringside right now because I know they're up for pre-order.
I think it's 28. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Usually Phil handles this part of the show. It is
29 is
28.
the new set. Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, it's 28 is Eddie Guerrero, Tiffany, and
Okay, so it's 27. So
Uncle Howdy. So this is
27.
27.
Logan's in the Mania 40 gear, right? That's
Yep.
his Eagles gear. And
Eagles
Bailey,
gear.
somebody said Bailey is too.
Yep. So you got to get those. I'm tempted. I don't have a Punk yet, and I always say like I should have a Punk because he kind of got me back into
I think
wrestling.
you should get the ring. I think you should get the ringside one.
The pipe bomb one. I mean, not the pipe
Yeah.
bomb, but the blowing the kiss.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, I should. This is Elite 140. This is Cena, Roman, LA Knight. Who's the girl?
Is that Lola Vice?
Yes, thank you.
Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy and Cody Rhodes, who's the chase. He also comes in a pink suit with a belt he never won. But
More
his dad
suited
did.
Cody's.
Yeah. Phil will have to get this because his suited collection. These just dropped today. These are 8-inch or 6-inch. No, not 6-inch. They're like 4-inch little vinyl statues. They're called Mini X. Come in Punk, Cody Rhodes, Eddie Guerrero, The Rock, Rey Mysterio, and John Cena. They're a little they're not as cartoony as a Funko, but that Cena man looks really weird.
Man, you remember, of course, Costanza gets creeped out by the dolls?
Yeah. The
That's
one that
how I
looks like
feel
his
right now,
mom.
looking at Cody and Cena in these.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
They look like they might come alive in like some kind of weird
and
movie.
I don't know how to kill them. All right.
But a lot of weirdos are going to be ordering this. Sorry if you're one of them, but the Stephanie Vacure big shots. A lot of guys are going to be doing weird stuff with this, man. A lot of guys are going to be doing weird stuff with this. Alejandro says, I don't like them. What's he talking about? Oh, these things, the Mini X. Yeah, I don't like them either. Big pass. I don't know what the price point is on those either. Like, are those something that's going to show up at $5 below? But
or they could cost twice as much as an Ultimate. Who knows? You know?
That's true. Alejandro, side note, while you're listening, send me your address. It wasn't in Patreon, so I can send you the new stickers. I was just going through those today. And then speaking of more stuffed stuff, these are not big shots. These are ringside exclusives. I believe they're Bleacher Creature. We got China, Jimmy Uso, Bret Hart in his all pink gear.
Big Jim.
Razor Ramon. Bianca Belair looks terrifyingly real in her face. And then The Rock just looks, that head on The Rock, he kind of looks like Mr. Peanut. Like,
I'm not going to tell him that. All right, you tell him that. I'm going to tell him that. You got to tell the final boss he looks ridiculous.
These are on Ringside Collectibles. Use code FIGCAVE to save 10%.
Dude, fair market, whatever. Free market. I don't understand why there's two versions of.
I was thinking the same thing while I was going through the like making the slideshow. These are a cheaper version, but they're not as big as those big shots. But it's kind of like, I'm going to put somebody on the spot here. It's kind of like Zombie Sailor and Hastel. Like, if they're making the same product, aren't you going to go with the one that's better? I think the Big Shots one looks. The Big Shots one.
Yeah, the shithead that makes them second seems to be making shittier product, but people do not care.
The Big Shots look more like an ode to the originals. Like these always weird me out because they have that black space in between the front and the back.
Yeah.
You can see that in the pictures here. But to each his own. Mm-hmm. This is the San Diego Comic-Con AEW Jazzwares exclusive. It is a Swerve Strickland. This is a pretty good looking figure.
Oh, that's what they did with the jacket that should have been on his recent release. That's cool. Thanks, guys.
Holding out.
The one that was in the artwork, all the digital renders, and you just took it out to save money. But okay, no, put it on a Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah, that they don't put their Comic-Cons up for online, right?
Correct. Yeah,
literally just
Brody and the Sting have been very difficult gets.
Just in at Comic-Con. So Peter Jones, if you guys want this, you're gonna have to hit up Peter Jones in the Facebook group. I'm putting him on the spot.
Buy him lunch and dinner if you want a chance at this.
Yep. maybe pay
But
for
even him, I think he only gets one. I think you can only get one.
Oh, really? It is limited to 1,000. So Dougie Nunya will end up with one somehow.
Yep.
This is, as you were talking about, the Shop AEW exclusive. This is the MJF, one of 3,000. This looks great.
I love this for the accessories. Like every year, like, I mean, I always want to do Apollo Creed from Rocky IV in the full USA gear. I always thought it'd be a hilarious costume. You know, in white face, in the just my regular face. I wasn't doing, but this face scan is killing me.
Yeah.
And how can you not have the belt?
Yeah.
I know a lot of money got spent on the gear, but you're also charging $50 for this thing.
Yeah.
72 if you get a Defender shipped.
Ooh.
I was like,
$22 for the Defender. Oh, shipped.
Maybe 69. I was like, I'm out. I can't. I had it in the cart. It's too much, man.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for like a figure that I know it's one of 3,000, but really should be $22.99 at Walmart. Some big rubber guys news. There's a new Danhausen coming July 7th.
Danhausen on the gas, brother.
Yeah.
Gashausen.
He's on that Eric Bischoff workout.
Dude. Does he have cuffs? Danhausen on Cuffhausen.
This is his like ode to Bret Hart gear. I love this gear. But that'll go up for pre-order on July 7th. I missed the pre-order date for this Macho Man. Is red, white, and blue Macho Man, one of 1,000. Big rubber guy. When does that go on sale?
This is just straight up 4th of July.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very tempted by that big rubber guy. I've said this before, man. The big rubber guys, if I was going to start all over again, no elites, no Coliseum collection, I think I would just go straight big rubber guys.
Yeah, I don't want a lot of Machos. I sold off, right now I just have the original. I sold off the WrestleCon. I would not buy from Collector Shop. But I think I need a new second Macho. I think I need this 4th of July one.
I only have the original too, and then I sold off all my flares. I sold Bloody Flare and I sold in the suit flare. So I just have the evergreen flare with the belt.
Can I make one small criticism of this? I think the figure looks great. Is that, and Mitch did this last year with Hastel, or with the grapplers and and ripoffs. Is why put it for sale on 4th of July?
Right.
I want it
for 4th of July. Yeah.
I know that this is nostalgic. I want to buy USA things because it's 4th of July, but is this almost in hand? Is it close? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be cool to have I know we did this with gobbledygooker on Thanksgiving, but you could have it as your centerpiece at your cookout, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But boy.
USA Rider. Who else?
Right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Well, I guess I jumped ahead here. I only put a few of these pictures because if you listen to this podcast, you've probably seen these pictures already. Woof. We're talking about Power Town. Everybody's been waiting for Power Town. What the hell's going on with Power Town? They showed off the Ultras. They
didn't. That's the problem. They didn't show them off.
Yeah, you're right.
This whole thing was a clusterfuck. They let the Major Pod. They supplied them with some pictures to put out. Major Pod put them out. It was clearly not that, it was not well received. And then here comes Power Town. All of a sudden they have social media that day and they throw Major Pod under the bus. If I was Major Pod, I'd be going off right now. I know they're just a reporting outlet, but I would be like, I don't want to hear that these are early stages renders. I don't want to hear anything about that because you fucking assholes lied and said that these were on the water months ago.
Yeah.
And then you said, oh, they'll be shipped as soon as the tariff situation settles, which it has.
Right.
So why are we in any stage of production? These things should be boxed and sitting on pallets, ready to go in a cargo container and sent to us. You have had our money since April of last year. This is ridiculous. And these look ridiculous.
I don't even know what I can say the Medusa looks like, but it does not look like Medusa. Junkyard Dog looks like Tracy Morgan. The Eddie Edwards, man, I think is the worst one out of all of them.
He looks like he's melting.
His tongue is fucking huge. Jordan Grace does not look like her. Moose is terrible. a lot of heat obviously in our Facebook group on these. Medusa looks like a Sims character. There you go, nailed it, Mitch Craig.
There you go.
That's perfect. She just needs a little green thing above her head. Jeremiah only collects women wrestlers and Macho Man stuff. He ordered Jordan Grace and he ordered Medusa, and he's pissed because he's like, this is not what I paid for. This is not what I ordered. Like this is like false advertising to get my money. And I said, dude, like if it was me, I'd be filing a dispute with my credit card company
but you can't because of the bullshit they pulled. You can't
because they gave you one free figure.
Because there's and which is again, I have a problem because I made 2 separate orders and I was only given 1 figure. When if you and I if you ordered the Matt and Brian and I ordered Jordan Grace, we'd have each gotten a figure. I have 2 separate orders. I should be. They were like, no, you only get 1. I was like, well, then your system's broken.
But
they're saying no. They're saying that because you accepted a gift, you've accepted something already, that they have technically they as far as PayPal or whoever Shopify is concerned, you have been compensated.
That is some kabuki bullshit.
So they knew that. They knew that's why they gave it away.
Yeah.
It wasn't some gesture of good faith. It was bullshit.
I haven't given any money to them yet, thank God. But if I see this fucking letterhead from them one more time, like the last time we saw this letterhead where they wrote this big letter out, it was probably like you said, the last time when they said the figures are on the water, or when the tariff situation settles down, they'll be on the water. Oh, by the way, we named this person vice president of marketing. We named this person so-and-so. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Everybody wants their fucking figures, and they want them to look like the Cardona and Myers 2-pack. They don't want them to look like a fucking Sims character or Tracy Morgan.
Why?
So I said
their reasoning in that letter is so ridiculous. Like, again, why would we have anything but final samples? I want what's going in the box, and I want a picture of the box. That's all we should be at this point. Nothing before that. And you can't justify that because, these were just different stages. Well, why? Show me the newest one.
I said this in our group chat, right? So obviously,
Mike, it's a pontoon boat, all right? It's a pontoon boat.
Everybody knows I help Jack out with figure collection stuff. I don't even know what my title is. I do sales and I do like creative consulting, I guess. And because he says, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? So I see stuff at different stages, right? I don't know what stage this even is because nothing we've ever gotten back from the factory looks like this. Like everything. So, and I'm not trying to toot Jack's horn. It's probably the same with Zombie, right? You get this image or a picture of what the figure looks like as a prototype or a sample, and it looks like the render that you sent them. It looks exactly like the render that you sent them. Maybe some minor tweaks here and there. Maybe maybe a hand is too big, like the Hardys that went up. When we first got the renders, the gun hands that they were making looked a little too big. So we just said, hey, can you shrink down the hands a little bit? Like it wasn't like completely different than what was originally shown in the renders. And so I don't understand how this happens.
This is literally like, oh, wow. It almost looks like the mechanics of the figure cannot fit the digital render.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else suffered because of it.
Yep. I think
Moose is jacked.
Yeah.
This does not look like and then action figures are always like a more jacked version of the actual person, right?
Right.
This looks like Moose stayed at Kowloon's after the Major Pod show and lived there for 4 months and just ate boneless ribs every day. Like, he just looks like, dude, everything they want to point out is exaggerated. Like Jordan's hair. Okay, her forehead is not that big, dude. And it's just like you're putting a spotlight on it. Eddie's covered up, so it's like at least there's accessories, but somehow they still messed that up.
Yeah.
So what was it? What was it like? Cut and Steel, Sex Appeal, Cut and Steel. That dude that disappeared said.
Yep.
Like, it's just like telling lies and wasting my time. I don't know what his new saying is, but that guy ghosted. And for a lot of job title situations, it seems like nobody gives a fuck about actually talking to the customer.
And getting money.
Even that, because then you see under all these comments, you see someone that's like, I never got my Myers Cardona 2-pack. What? They have to send out the figures and close up shop, right?
Absolutely.
Why would you ever buy anything from these guys again? Who would?
Absolutely.
You're never gonna get your fucking pillowcases, all right, Tom? You're never gonna get them. You're never gonna get the Luthez fucking pillowcase.
We saved for that. That is the end of the news segment here. Yeah, that's it.
No, we got the Cena's. The Cena is official. The SDCC Cena. A lot of people are getting it, showing it off.
We talked about that last week. Yeah, it looks really good actually.
And what was the shit? They did a bunch of pre-orders went up on Ringside. I don't know if they really matter, but like the new Ultimate set is Tiff Stratton, Eddie, and Uncle Howdy. Two match deep Uncle Howdy. If that makes any sense to anybody. I guess Mattel thought he'd be further along in the career, or they'd have a little more TV time, but certainly not deserving an Ultimate in my world. But Tiff Stratton, I'm excited about, and Eddie. It's just another chapter of Eddie's career, so it's okay.
There was also going back to figure collections. The Hardys went up for pre-order.
Yep.
Bone Crushing Wrestlers, 2 versions, and then 2 versions of the Wrestle Something Wrestler retros. Did
we know that all the different versions were going to come out? Or did he shock drop some of that?
I don't know if it was public knowledge. I mean,
I'm sure you get mixed up. But I ordered the Brood retros.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get them signed. And I can't say where, but there's going to be a place locally that they're going to be at. So closer to me than closer to you. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I didn't know the answer. So whoever, if you're not close, guys, K&S is doing a signing late July, I guess. So I might actually send the BRGs in, but I got to figure out how to send an extra $20 for Jeff to do the entire painting. Because that's what I want. I want the whole drawing, Jeff.
Right. Is this true, or is this a joke?
Dude,
Sam Roberts will be the Build-A-Figure in WrestleMania.
I don't believe this yet. I don't understand how he's not. There's way more wrestling personalities that deserve Build-A-Figures, but maybe because he is on the Elite team or the WWE team or whatever it's called, Elite Squad.
Maybe. Sam having a figure is bonkers. Yeah, it's fucking wild.
He's our local trivia guy, dude. Anytime BTE has a big event down, Best Trivia Ever has a big event down here, he hosts.
Yeah,
he hosts.
That's right.
He hosts the Nash one. Every time they have a wrestling show, he's there. We see him all the time, but very odd. I mean, I better get a free signature on it though. Oh wait, no, he won him a box.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You should put it in a Ziploc bag and have him sign that.
Yep. I'm gonna put it in a Ludwig Borg back to retro set.
But Cody is Rumble. Where are you guys seeing these?
I did see somebody, a couple people, maybe it's just a major buy. I saw some people put it out, but yeah, is it WrestleMania Vegas, and it's a crazy Stardust, Seth, Pure Cena.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think it was any like crazy 4 people, but yeah.
Interesting. Michael Adams says it's a bad Photoshop rumor.
I hope it's a bad Photoshop rumor. I hope somebody just fucked with us.
I think Phil's done for the night, so I think we can go right to
this guy.
Although he's texting us, but we can go right to weekly purchases, I guess. You got anything? I mean, you got anything else?
Dude, I did pick up just because it was $12 and I'm trying to complete that. The 4 Faces of Charles Wright. I finally grabbed the Godfather.
Nice. I meant, did you have anything else for news?
Oh, for news. Oh, sorry. I thought we were getting right to. Oh yeah, we didn't play the song.
Hey,
cut that.
We gotta play the song.
Rewind. I don't know. I mean, like I said, Ringside put some pre-orders up. Figure Collections had that. I don't think there's too much else. I mean, people finding that shipper, and whoever doesn't know, the white Jake the Snake Superstars is worth a few extra bucks. The Muda not with the NWO. Have you seen a shipper in person? Or have you even bothered going to the store?
No, I've been looking, but
yeah, I talk about time, like between me and work, there's probably 6 or 7 Walmarts, but usually Tommy from Legal and I kind of have them all scouted. We know which one has which. I kept missing the same stuff. Every single shipper was missing all the good superstars, all the Mudas, all the clear Cenas, everything you like, the hot stuff.
Yeah.
Finally, last week I go to get my my truck serviced. I pop into a Walmart, figuring, and it's a busy wall. It's usually there's never anything there. There's a local collector. Perfect Figs, I think, lives close to there, and he kind of raids it. But I found back-to-back shippers, same pallet, and I took everything I needed for people I knew. And I felt bad because I stopped there later because somebody was like, "Oh, can you grab this?" And I saw a dad there, like Trey. He's like, "Oh man, same scalper got to this one too." I was like, "Yeah, man, that sucks, brother. Sorry, that's too bad." I was hoping to get something here, not knowing I had it all in my car. You know.
Yeah, I went to one Walmart and they didn't have the shipper, so but
I got what I needed. So I would love to have the Muda Chase, but I know everybody would. So
yeah,
and nobody seems to have found one yet.
Yeah, I would love Muda Chase for Superstars. I don't need it for the Monday Night Wars, but I'll definitely take it for the Superstars. But all right, you ready to get to weekly purchases?
Yeah,
for real this time.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the
Weekly purchases brought to you by our friends over at J&J. They're actually throwing some classic superstars up every single week. I actually felt bad for them because they're going to be selling Power Town figures. They're going to be a distributor, and they had to use those pictures, but not their fault. Not their fault.
And that's a perfect example. These guys just keep people's money because it's not just somebody buying one set. Like these guys bought multiple sets.
Yeah.
And they're a small business. That money's tied up for that long because these guys can't get their heads out of their asses.
Yep. We're going to have them on next week, actually, guys. So
finally get the bottom of this with these guys.
Yep. But yeah, and it's also brought to you by Ringside Collectibles, as Nick mentioned. There's a bunch of new pre-orders up at ringsidecollectibles.com. Use code FIGCAVE to save yourself 10%. And if you're a Patreon, you can save 15% over at J&J. All right, so you got the Godfather. What else you get?
Yeah, I got the Godfather just because, I got to get him in the Kama the Supreme Fighting Machine sign so I can have the 4 faces of Charles Wright. So I have him, and like I said, I found the palette, so I was able to get a white Jake the Snake.
Nice.
I don't know. It's pretty mint and unpunched. I have been opening them all, but that one might stay in package for now. It's just out of my reach, but I did find the Chase Elite Monday Night Wars Muda as well. And I grabbed Albert as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't care about a Ted DiBiase Build-A-Figure. I was tempted to just grab the other two just to sell the Build-A-Figure, because sometimes you get $60-$70 for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I just don't need another Waller, and I don't need that particular Hogan. Sorry, La Puma. I don't need that one. But I don't think I got much else. I mean, I bought for a lot of people last week. I spent like $400 at Walmart off that shipper.
You need me to edit that out in case Zoe's listening?
What's that?
I say you need me to edit that out.
Oh, she knew. She saw me packing everything. Like La Puma needed a Muda. I sold some stuff to a couple people in the Major Pod group that needed stuff that had let me know. Donnie B, best one. Donnie got something. You got something. Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff actually. This is the biggest weekly purchase this week I've had in a long time.
Ever. Yeah.
So I met up with Tommy up at Blitzkrieg Pro, Tommy from Legal. Hung out with him and another one of my buddies for the night. Great show. If you guys I know Peter Jones, you have IWTV. I thought it was live on IWTV, but they're taping it for IWTV. Definitely check it out. The Blitzkrieg Luau. Standing room only. I got there right as the bell was ringing for the first match, and I just stand in the back the whole time. Tommy got there about 15 minutes before I did. He also had to stand in the back for the whole thing. But Gigi Dolan, aka Priscilla Kelly, had a great kind of uncomfortable match. Not that she was uncomfortable, but like she fought a dude and he like obviously he had permission, but like did not go easy on her.
Oh, Charles Mason, dude.
Yeah, Charles Mason. Yeah,
he's cool, man.
Couldn't think of his name. Great gimmick. But there's a few times where I'm like, I'm a little uncomfortable watching. Like he was chopping her for real in the chest, like hard in the chest, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can watch this. But yeah, very cool show. Energy was through the roof. Their next one is in August if you're in the area, but definitely check it out. I also ran into Donnie, and you'll have to forgive me because I forget which ones you got me and I forget which ones he got me. But I had a couple text messages from him and you for Superstar. So I got
you got them all from him. I only sent Sting. And,
that's right. Okay. All right. So Donnie got me the Sheik. He got me
baby
Steamboat, which I didn't realize I have the Steamboat He-Man one or Masters of the Universe, so I'll have to get rid of that. That was just like a placeholder. Big Daddy Cool, Diesel, and as we discussed, the Muda. All of these are like, because they were in the shipper, not in great condition. So
no, these things are crushing. I don't understand. Like, if there was 6 spots for figures, they put like maybe 8. None of them were like too deep. It was not like chock full. Like, dude, y'all have been giving us a Superstars drought for a year now. You could have stocked these up for us.
Yeah, definitely. And then as you said, I finally got this thing AEW Luminaries. So pretty excited to have that for my WCW shelf. And that was it. That was it for this week. So I'm a Macho Man Champions Ice Cream Bar.
That's correct.
So
are you thinking about getting any done?
I've been going back and forth. But I was telling him, like, I don't want any of my heroes anymore. I don't want Flair.
Yeah.
I don't want Hogan. Macho Man probably would have been the next. Honestly, maybe I'll have him do a Warrior.
Yeah.
But
I think I would like to do
maybe a Brett, and I get it signed at some point.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think about doing Haku and Rick Rude, maybe King Haku and Rick Rude. And then maybe if I was thinking to get William, like Lord Steven Regal.
And
then like mullet Fit Finley.
Yes.
The Belfast Bruiser,
I did tell him if he could figure out how to do tag teams on there, I would definitely grab a LOD.
So, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
But that's it for weekly purchases. I guess we'll skip Mount Rushmore this week since Phil left.
I know, unless anybody in the comments can do the quickest Mount Rushmore suggestion there ever was.
Yeah, it was Phil's turn. We can just skip it. Beautiful Bobby's a good one. Mike Lanham would get Rey Mysterio and Goldberg on the same one. But yeah, I guess we'll just wrap up then.
Oh, like Stunning Steve would, dude. A lot of WCW ones would be cool to get.
Yeah, I mean, he said it. Tony said it right before he jumped off. Like, if you want Sting or whatever, like a lot of people have asked for that. Like the guys that like weren't part of WWE during that era, like it'd be cool to get.
Yeah.
Road Warriors, Muda. Yeah, Muda, Liger. But very cool. Very cool item. Very cool to have them on the pod this week.
Yeah.
4th of July plans?
I have to actually work Friday morning. My buddy opened he opened like this fancy general store down here in Brantford called Birch and Twine. Shout out Birch and Twine.
Sounds
but a buddy of mine, yeah. They opened that, so he wants to get some cameras done. So I was going to go there and kind of lay them out, like lay out the wire and get the wire hung. So I might do that in the morning. And then actually Matt and Leisha, which was a couple you met at my birthday dinner.
Yep.
They host the 4th of July every year. So I was like, what are you making, dude? He said, I'm making barbecue chicken, pulled buffalo chicken, and pulled Mexican chicken. And I don't know what pulled Mexican chicken is, but I was like, oh, cool. Can I bring hot dogs? Yeah. So I'm gonna buy a couple cases of hot dogs, or big case, or a bunch of hot dogs and rolls, and the fixins, some fixins for them.
We should do this next week. Mike said Mount Rushmore of ice cream bars, and I assume he means like novelty ice creams, like the Bomb Pop and the original WWF ice cream bars.
I think we do it right now, dude. I think we do it right now.
Just the two of us?
Bring Mike in. Can you bring Mike in?
I'd have to send him the link. He's probably not ready. We could. Mike, are you ready?
So
no, man.
Put him in, coach. He's ready to go.
I can send you the link quick.
Mount
See how long it takes for him to get here.
Yeah, I got him.
I am a Chipwich guy. Actually, Twix ice cream bar, my favorite.
I think Stickers is great too. You know, we could just talk about it. We should openly talk about it. Maybe we can rank them next week. But
yeah,
dude, I love a Chipwich. I agree.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Chipwich. And
Did you?
I was just gonna say, making your own Chipwiches is even better. With like, you go get like either Cool Whip or some French vanilla ice cream, and you get like the Stop and Shop or your grocery store Big Y chocolate chip cookies from the bakery and make them that way. Ooh, they're so good.
But I don't want an insomnia. That's the ice cream sandwich and insomnia.
Yeah,
is like you're
too
like,
much.
oh, cool. I have type 1, 2, and 3 diabetes right now.
Yeah, it's too much. But
I love a Chipwich. They're very good. Did you have? I think I asked this before. Like, what was your cafeteria like in high school? Did you guys just have hot lunch?
No, we had snack bar.
All right, so it was funny because like the toasted almond bars, the chocolate eclair, all 50, 60 cents.
Yeah, strawberry shortcake.
Except the Chipwich was like 2 1/4.
Yeah, strawberry shortcake was the best one.
Yeah, I'm a toasted almond guy.
Toasted almond was like last resort.
Yeah, you could get churros 2 for $1. You get a soft pretzel for like $1 1/4, but the Chipwich was the one excessively priced thing.
Did you not have nachos? We had nachos for 75 cents.
We did not have nachos at that station.
It was literally chips and like cheese sauce.
Well, yeah.
So me and Lo just went to see the Worcester Red Sox like 2 weeks ago, and we're walking around and there's like this hot dog joint that's in there, Coney Island. That's wicked good hot dogs, and it's like a Worcester, like hometown Worcester thing. And originally he was like, "Oh, I can't wait to get one of those hot dogs." And then we're walking around, and he's like, "I think I want nachos." And I was like, "Yes, finally!" I've been trying to push nachos on him forever. So I'm like, "Oh, you want the helmet? Like the helmet full of nachos, like loaded, right? Steak or beef, whatever, chicken, and all the fixins." He goes, "No, I just want the ones that are chips and cheese." You're saving me like $23, but okay.
He would definitely get the nachos at the movie theater where it is literally the foil pullback on the cheese.
So we went to see. I took him into one of his buddies to see F1, the movie F1, and we're in line to get popcorn. And he's like, "Oh, they have nachos here." I'm like, "No, you don't want movie nachos. You do not want movie nachos.
You don't, buddy. You don't."
My
parents are going to West Palm tomorrow, and or Friday for a wedding, and I was like, "Hey, don't forget the Mexican place we went to when we were down there." I was like, "Remember the chips? Remember the chips?" They're like, so I had to Google it and find them for her exact, like Rocco's Tacos, West Palm Beach.
Oh, I love nachos.
Yeah,
I love nachos, man.
What did he just say? What did Lanham say?
He said, hold on, I clicked off the screen. Baked potato bar, only a good alternate option my school had. Catholics.
They made the mistake of the bacon, like, you know, like a lot of the lines would be like, "Oh, you want you want chicken tenders and fries, burgers and fries." You'd pay, and then you went around if you wanted condiments. And if you wanted, you know, they had like squeezed mayo as stuff for the grinder line, but in the alternating, it was always pizza, and then there's either tacos or baked potato. But after you paid, you went around and they had the bacon bits tub. So if you can imagine a 9th, 10th, 11th grade version of Nick just going scoop, 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 scoop. I need this protein, bro. Scoop, 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 scoop.
Nice.
Couldn't even see the potato by the time it was done.
Nice. 4th of July, man, we have no plans. It's kind of weird. I'm going to play golf in the morning, and then I'd have nothing. My first time going out since my arm was rebuilt. So that should be fun. And then
how is the recovery?
I feel good. I actually went to the gym today, and my left arm is super weak. So even after physical therapy, like it's not back to where it was. So like I'm doing like, you know, bicep stuff and chest stuff, and I'm like pushing out, and like my left arm is like shaking, but my right arm is fine.
Yeah.
So, But
No, I've been doing one of those apps. I have one of the. I signed up for one of those like dad bod apps just because I was like, I got to start doing something in the morning
Yep.
before work, and I like it. I just got to fix the diet a little bit, but feels good. Like I feel more. When I work out in the morning, I feel more alert and awake.
Planet Fitness had like free membership for teens for the
And
summer.
bagels, yeah.
So I signed. Yeah, me and Lo signed
free
up.
Bagels and kids.
No bagels this morning, but they did have Tootsie Rolls. But it's taken us a little while to finally get going. Like I think we signed up 2 weeks ago, and then today was the first day we went. So, and he's already.
I'm wondering if we'll have Tootsie Rolls at the wedding for you guys.
Yeah.
It's a.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Zoe's the heir to the Tootsie Roll fortune.
No, her cousin is, but for Halloween this year, they're like, "Here, hand these out." I was like, "Oh my god, this is the most Tootsie Rolls I've ever seen in my entire life." And as an adult, I really like the fruit chews. I never liked them.
I love the fruit chews, dude. Those are so much better than the actual Tootsie Rolls. Mike Lanham's asking when I leave the country for Oasis, or if they fight with each other this weekend and the tour is canceled, then just a London trip with my buddies. July 21st. So they play their first shows this weekend in Cardiff. Fingers crossed, all goes well. They sound good. They get along. Hopefully, please, Lord, baby Jesus.
Good luck.
It's either that or World War III is going to break out. Like they're either going to break up or World War III is going to break out. And I'm not going to think otherwise until I land. Oh, hello.
What's up?
We're wrapping up.
All right. Perfect. My favorite part of the podcast.
You got any weekly purchases?
No.
What's your favorite novelty ice cream bar?
Novelty ice cream bar. Oh
like that you buy like in the freezer at the gas station, not like, you know what I mean? Like Chipwich ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, probably Chipwich. It used to be Choco Taco. I can't believe they discontinued that. Probably Chipwich. We just bought some Butterfinger ice cream bars. They're fucking delicious.
Oh,
Blue Bunny makes is it Blue Bunny? Yeah, they make a mini ice cream cone.
Yes, they're like mini drumsticks.
And that, yeah, but I felt it's the drumstick is always like rubbery. There's no crunch to it.
Oh yeah, on the cone.
But the mini Blue Bunnies are like, it's like actually a crunchy cone. I'm like, I love this. I need
I might have to try that this week.
Yeah.
Sorry for the interruptions, Big Cave listeners.
You were more interruptions tonight than actually hosting it for sure.
That's all right, dude. Life happens.
Yeah. Me and Tom have to talk after this. We got some stuff going on the back end. We got to address.
Yeah.
Nothing bad.
We're still friends.
Yeah, we're still friends. Just technical.
Did you
technical stuff.
figure out your password to Spotify?
No, I had to start a whole new account. Ours got deleted. Yeah.
That's what. Have you not seen the chat going on between me and Phil?
Yeah.
No.
Our whole Spotify account.
Did you guys see? I mean, I guess several podcasts got just yanked from Spotify last week.
Well, we might be one of them.
Put us on the list.
For audio. Like I guess like they had used too much audio.
Yeah.
So some filter like yanked a bunch of people.
That's exactly what happened to us.
What
yeah.
we're figure out.
It was going to an email address that I don't ever check.
Check your texts.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we'll get it figured out.
It doesn't affect anything on Apple Podcasts where normal people have phones that use podcasts, right?
Yeah, but we upload to Spotify, so I don't know how we're gonna upload.
Oh, shit, that's right.
That's what we got to figure out. So
well, I just started a new account so we can upload there.
All right. But we'll talk. Lot going on.
What a way to wrap up this week's podcast.
Phil, I had my biggest weekly purchase this week in a long time.
Well, good. I mean, I bought some baseball cards, but nobody cares about that.
You got the boogeyman in from from ringside.
Yeah, this was there was like a monsoon literally happening the other day, and this was hanging halfway out of the mailbox. They tried to. I guarantee what happened was the post lady probably it was raining so hard she just threw it in there and just like kept driving. So half the box was like hanging out. It was soaked. But I unboxed it. I did a little video on our Instagram, and I'm going to give it away pretty soon to a lucky Patreon member. It's a great figure. I love the worms in the mouth. It's definitely an upgrade over that Elite that I got signed.
Dude, remember a couple years ago when all of a sudden the red box Boogeyman showed back up on Amazon?
Yeah, and the Shane O'Mac too.
They're back on they're being signed and they're on WWE Shop.
Really? That's
The
weird.
Red Box Boogeyman you can buy on WWE Shop. It's like so random, dude. But
Does this say the
whatever.
father Phil and son Nash?
Yeah. They're signed to
He had
different
to
people. See if they
specify
say,
which one
select
was
what your
which.
name is and see if it's on there.
I did sell a bunch of stuff on Instagram today. I'm gonna put some on our Facebook group. I'm trying to clear out a bunch of stuff, and I don't feel like bringing it to one of my local stores because they're not going to give me dick hole for it. So I guess the Lanhams are Spotify guys.
Try to shoot your figures for? Yeah.
How many refrigerators do you guys have in your house?
One real one and one like beer fridge.
Oh, really? You don't have a secondary fridge in like the garage or anything?
No, I've been thinking actually that we need a garage fridge.
God. You want to buy that black one? That because that's going to be my answer. We had a perfectly good fridge, but it did not match when we redid the kitchen. So I have a like 36-inch like counter depth, like perfectly good GE fridge that is just sitting under my porch that I need to put on Marketplace.
Oh,
I have
dude.
my real one. I have a beer fridge, and then I got like a chest freezer in the garage.
Tom, I mean, I don't know how people survive without like a secondary fridge for like freezer for meats and stuff.
We
like
have
that.
a freezer. We have a deep freezer.
Oh, okay,
we have one of those and a mini
Yeah.
fridge. But the mini actually, I don't even think the mini fridge hasn't been plugged in since I stopped drinking. Because
Okay,
I literally
yeah.
just kept beer in there. So
yeah.
But
Well,
how many fridges do you have, Phil? I think we have to.
I have two full size ones and a beer fridge, but I have a buddy who just has one fridge. I'm just shocked that, I mean, I don't know how I can't fit just our normal groceries and when we go grocery shopping, I can't fit it in one fridge. You know?
Oh, I could operate this house on just that.
Yeah, we got so many kid snacks, that take up, all these
because
cheese
the running
sticks and shit.
Obviously, I don't eat vegetables, so like Zoe's parents just assume that I only eat meat. So I think they think I just go to butcher shops and buy like, sides of beef. So they gifted me that one year for Christmas, Hanukkah. They were like, "Here, we got you a chest freezer." I was like, "What? Why?" Well, for all the meat you eat, you need to start, because you have the vacuum sealer.
Venison. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
We bought a vacuum sealer. So right before COVID, I had this great plan that I was gonna buy like at Costco. You could buy like the full ribeye and have them cut it up. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna buy a sealer, and I'm gonna throw them in the freezer. And then COVID happened, and like meat prices skyrocketed, and they're like $170 now. And I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it.
You gotta find an IGA. You gotta find an IGA near you.
We have one right up the street. Geisler.
Yeah, but that's what you wait till they have their truckload sales.
Yeah,
like twice a year. Just if you check their flyer every week, like when they start having their truckload sales, like you can clean up at those, like, and you could buy your meat for the year. Like if you small investment, but you could buy your meat for the year.
I was just gonna do that, like the plate. I don't know if you guys have them down in Maryland, but they're the big tent outside the mall twice a year, where it's like 450 ribeyes for $6.
No, I don't.
It's gotta be good quality meat, man. It can't be. It's not definitely not horse meat. Definitely
not cow knockoff clone meat.
Can anybody help me out with where I could get a year's supply of man meat?
Did we do a Mount Rushmore? We didn't do a Mount Rushmore.
No, we were waiting for you, but we can just do it next week. We're already at an hour and 15, and we got to figure out this other situation. So
yeah, okay.
Maybe
everybody have a safe 4th of July, please.
J&J is going to come on next week. Maybe they can jump in on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, we want everybody to look down at your 10 fingers and just appreciate them.
And if you're in a wheelchair like Terry, make sure the battery's charged.
Back up, Terry. Terry, back up. Show my son that.
I don't know why that makes me laugh every fucking time.
It does.
It holds up.
Back it up, Terry. Back it up.
Come on, Terry.
Oh, Johnny JB's going to be Maryland, Phil.
Oh, this 4th. Oh, tomorrow in a couple days. Hit me up, dude.
Yeah.
Come drink some brewskis. I'll be sitting at the parade here in Catonsville.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. What we were doing for 4th. I got no plans.
No plans.
Maybe I'll come down to Catonsville.
You should. My mom's birthday is tomorrow, and then I was like, maybe I should do like a little pity invite to the 4th of July because she's going to be all by herself. She won't say yes. I was like, oh, well, the day after your birthday, Mom, do you want to come over again and come to the parade? Oh, yeah, sure. So Upper Marlboro, what must be some sort of competition. I think there's like a big county fair type arena up in Upper Marlboro. Let's see why Johnny JB is going to be in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Yeah, I heard that Blitzkrieg show was great. I heard it was packed. There was a great crowd from multiple people.
You were off, but me and Tommy got there. I got there right at 7, like right when the bell. I literally was walking in and heard the first bell, and Tommy got there about 15 minutes before me, and we both had to stand in the back the whole night because it was standing room only. It's crazy. I've never seen one of their shows that packed. Yeah, but good for them. Next one's August 10th.
And I also want a big shout out to Chris Van Vliet for reposting my photo with absolutely no credit to me.
That's right.
Got thousands of likes. Everybody
man.
thinks I'm funny.
That's right.
Some people also think that Kevin wrote that at the airport to me.
Yeah, he thinks you're the person who's at the airport.
Yeah, a couple people like commented that. And I'm like, yeah, then I got a JSA. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I reposted
and then showed it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Enjoy
Okay.
your 4th. Keep all your fingers
later
and toes.
See you guys. Thanks. Well, I'll be here. I'll be more present. I'll be a more present daddy next week. I promise.